You've probably seen the videos of people doing things like snapping their fingers and the entire video changes. Here's one that I did where I was riding my bike and nodding my helmet. And you're like, that looks kind of fun. I want to play around with that. The problem is you only get 125 credits, which is like, that sounds like a lot, but that's only 8 seconds of Runway Gen 1. I think we can make this work. I think we can make a cool video with only 8 seconds of Runway Gen 1 footage. So let's figure out if we can do this. What I did is I created this video of me with a remote control. And I just change the channel every 2 seconds, and I change it like 4 times. And that way there's basically 4 2-second clips that I need to bring into Runway. So I'm doing this in Capcut because it's a free editor that anyone can use. You could use whatever video editor you feel comfortable with, but what you need to do is make sure that this intro can be as long as you want. I would recommend keeping it short. But then once you do your action, like boom, like that, I'm gonna put a cut right here. This next clip has to be less than 2 seconds if we're going to go for the under 8 seconds thing. So I'm flailing my arms around and then I go like that again. And so what I'm going to do is look right here. This says 306. The next starting clip has to be less than 506. And it's 5. Good. Okay. And then we're going to go to the next one here and I click there. We go there. There. Let's see. Will that work? So it's at 5 seconds. It has to be less than 624. Perfect. And then we're going to go boom there. That definitely looks shorter. Let's just check. So 624, 820 or 809. That works perfect. And then I tap the remote and one last time. Boom. All right. And let's just, this one might be a little long. Let's say 809. Yeah, perfect. So we have now 1, 2, 3, 4 different clips that are all less than 2 seconds long. So that puts us under the 8 seconds. So in CapCut, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in. I use the I on the keyboard, arrow down to go to the end of that clip, out. So now I have it in and an out. You can see only these. This is the only one that's highlighted. These are kind of grayed out. If I want to cancel that, I click that. Okay, now that I have my in and my out selected, I'm going to go to export and I'm going to call this remote. I'm going to call this remote 1 and it's 30 frames a second. It's 1920 by 1080. Just so you know, Runway Gen 1 likes this landscape mode. It doesn't really do good with portrait mode. So stick to landscape mode for this. Export it and then cool, I'm not going to publish it. Now you can see I've got my first clip in there, remote 1. I'm just going to basically do this for all of them. So I'm just going to go in arrow down, I for in, arrow down, O for out, export this one as remote 2. All right, so I have my 4 clips here. Let's go back to Runway. So first thing I'm going to do is sign up. I'm going to log in with Google. So I'm here, choose a plan for your workspace. I am going to just go, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I'm just going to go free. All right, so now I am in Runway. And I'm going to go to Gen 1. I'm going to upload my files. I'm going to go to this remote and go to Gen 1 and do my first clip. All right, so this is my clip. There's different ways to do this. You can do images. You can do presets like this. So you could do cloudscape, let's say. Go preview styles. I would always hit this preview style button at least 3 times because you're going to get some variations in here. So like this is like what it looks like there. I'm going to hit it again. And then I'm going to change like the strength style maybe on this one. So I'm going to go down to 16 and then up to 88 for this one. So I'm seeing like being able to have like the different variations here lets you see what you like better. So do these, and then if you like these, then generate them. I don't like this. I want to do something else. So I'm going to do, let's actually try this metal one. Preview this at 88% strength. And the strength is basically how much, so it says here, it controls how much to transform the original image based on the style reference. So at 88%, this is what it looks like. If we go down to like 5%, this is what it looks like. So this looks definitely more like there's more stuff here. This looks more like a human head, I would say. Let's use different things. So let's use one of their presets for this one. So let's generate, I kind of like this one. I think maybe this one. Let's generate this one. So I'm going to generate clip 1 with this. All right, let's see how this one did. So it is looking like that. You can kind of see the motion. My hand comes up. Next thing we need to do is do our second clip. So let's go back to here. And then we're going to upload a new file. And we're going to do remote 2. It's going to upload it. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is say, so there's the original input. I'm going to choose this and preview style. So this is something I created in Midjourney for a different project, but I'm just going to use it to see what this looks like. We're both wearing glasses. I'm going to make this style. I'm going to try, like I said, try it on the high end and then try it on the low end. And if you click this advanced, there's frame consistency. Values below 1 give decreased consistency across time. Values above 1 increase how closely frames are related to prior frames. So right now it's 1. I want it to be really consistent. So I'm going to kind of move it up. Let's see, what's their recommended? The recommended is 125. So I'm going to go up to 125 for this one. And I want it to be more accurate. So one thing that's kind of cool about this one is I really want to see how these remotes look. It's doing some cool things with the remotes. Oh, here's one more thing you can do. Instead of clicking that, you can just click create more in this style. Ooh, this is nice. No, yeah, let's create more in this style. This is a good glove. Let's go with this one. This is pretty good. All right, so we're going to generate clip 2 with this style. We've got a glove. We've got a kind of a remote here. And we've got a fairly decent outfit. All right, let's see how this one worked. So now we're going to go back. We don't get any redos with this, by the way. It's like 1 each because we have our 8 seconds, right? Let's go back to Gen 1. We've got 1, 2. Let's upload 3. So we're just going to do this for all of these. Let's try a text prompt this time. And this is like where you can just do whatever you want. So let's try like cyberpunk. Let's just do 1 word and preview style. So it does all this stuff. Kind of cool. So we kind of have like an armor one, and we have that other person looks kind of military-ish. So let's do something like a time-traveling professor from the future with a magical remote. And let's preview that. And let's change the style strength again and just kind of preview some different styles here. I kind of want wild hair, right? A time-traveling professor with wild, unkempt hair. So let's preview this now. These are kind of interesting. This is totally different than what I was picturing. This is a different style. Maybe we should go for something like this just to mix it up a little. Although this looks realistic. We don't have a realistic looking one, right? I kind of like how this has lighting, different lighting in the back than what I've got. This looks similar to mine, but there's actually some globes here. We're going to go for this person. There's something funny there, huh? Okay. And now let's do one more. Let's do another image. So I'm going to upload this thing. This is like a totally different style than everything else we've done. So let's mix it up and go that. So for the fourth one, we're going to choose this. This is a photo from the Marie Antoinette movie by Sofia Coppola. Let's preview it. I really like the costumes. So I'm kind of curious to see how can we get these like crazy looking costumes. It's kind of interesting that it's putting people in the background here. So let's preview some more, and let's choose this one. We've got some people in the background, but we have like a fan, which will be the remote, I hope. Let's see. All right, we have all of these clips now. How do we get them? So we're going to go back to the home page. We're going to go to this thing down here that says Assets. We're going to click that. And it says there's a folder for Gen 1. If we had other things, that would be there too. We could download them from here, like click each one and download them that way. Or you can just go to this folder here, and let's just download this whole folder. So we take that zip folder or that zip file and put it here in my project folder. I'm going to unzip it, and there are my Gen 1 things. So I have the things for Gen 1 and then my actual Gen 1 clips. All right, so we're done with Runway now. We did all of that stuff for free. Let's bring these files into Capcut. And so we have, one thing I'm gonna do too is I have those in and out. So I'm gonna hit this cancel button, and now I don't have those anymore. Now, this is what happened last time. So I look here and it doesn't quite match up to like this clip. Like if I just put these clips down, they're actually longer than my clips here. If I wanted to, I would turn snapping off, and I could just have this go here. So there's two ways to do this. This is one of them. I'm going to ignore the timings here. And then it comes back. The other thing that you can do is, if you want it to match up, I would just select this clip, go to speed, and then just kind of like click down until it matches pretty closely. So it might not match exactly, but you can do that if you want. And then just do that for all of them, basically. So this one's going to need to go there. So click there. So this might matter if you have like a certain soundtrack that you've used and you need everything to hit these beats that you've created. So you can either lay them out or you can like reduce the speed, and it might actually make them look a little better. If you're trying to like get rid of that like background too, the other thing that you can do is you want to get rid of those side things. So this is 768 by 448. That's how big this file is, 768 by 448. So we can go in here and just say customize 768 by 448. And now it's going to snap that to that size, and it's going to crop this part out. Like I don't even notice the difference, but it's, you know, the edges are cropped out. That's how we can make it so we don't have to deal with those little extra bits on the side there. And it's the natural aspect ratio of the Gen 1 footage. Let's say you want to create a voiceover. You can go to ElevenLabs. They give you a certain amount of credits for free without even signing up. So I'm just going to do this, and then you choose a voice. I'm just going to choose Rachel. I have no idea what Rachel sounds like, but now that I've selected her...
I'll never forget the day I found a magical remote control. It allowed me to change reality around me. I think I'll stay on this channel until I know how to use it.
Okay, so it's got that. I'm just going to download that. All right, so I'm going to take Rachel's voiceover. I'm going to put it in the folder. I'm really weird about folders. And then I'm going to bring it into the project. I didn't time it, but I just did that. So you can be like...
I'll never forget the day I found a magical remote control. It allowed me to change reality around me. I think I'll stay on this channel.
Let's go here and...
I think I'll stay on this channel until I know how to use it.
Cool. And there you go. And if you do have Capcut, the other cool thing is like you can just go here and you can actually just look for music, and it will check for copyright, but you can do like, let's just add a music track here. I'm going to dip this down to like minus that and trim that off. There we go. So we did all that for free. Hopefully this has been helpful. I've got a lot of fun AI video stuff that I post on my channel. I'm also creating demos. So if you like this kind of stuff, you know what to do.
I'll never forget the day I found a magical remote control. It allowed me to change reality around me. I think I'll stay on this channel until I know how to use it.